Welcome to this Let's Learn series for Crusader Kings III. And in this short series, what we're trying to do is form the Kingdom of Ireland and at the same time learn the basics of the game. Now, before we get started, a big thank you to Snafu, who pointed out some of the strategies involved in fighting battles, of choosing your generals and also being aware of the various traits which give advantage for different types of terrain. Now, I'm going to be completely honest, at the moment, I'm paying some attention to them, but at the same time, I'm also trying to avoid getting drawn too much into the deeper mechanics. And the reason for that is that when I tried to learn Crusader Kings 2, I tried to learn everything, and eventually, well, my mind was starting to explode. And then what can happen is you can get so bogged down in the detail that you just can't. Well, you just don't know what's going on. So the idea behind this Let's Learn series is to build up what you could call a mental muscle memory, which means that I can start doing the basics without having to think about them. So what that will mean is that when we get into some of the more tougher battles, I can start trying to understand what some of these other bits mean. Like, like this here, where I'm a strategist, so I can, I get improvements to diplomacy, martial. I'm also getting an advantage when crossing rivers and straits. And I think one of the problems with all these different traits and attributes, like I've got one buried down here, it says initiative, strategy, minimum battle rolls. It's just trying to get all that detail into your head, and this is one of the things that makes Paradox games so difficult to learn. Anyway, that aside, I still value your input, guys. Simply because you're pointing me in the right direction, getting me to think about one or two things. So in the last part, we pushed up and took this county here, from the petty king of Connaught. And what I want to do is keep pushing, because in order to form Ireland, we need a second duchy. And also the extra county will then give us the de jure counties we need as well. Yeah, I mean, the truce is finished now. We're also going to need to work on trying to get some allies, because at the moment our two allies on this side are fighting, so I'm trying to keep out of that. So the first thing we're going to do is come in here, and we're going to start fabricating a claim on this area here, because at the moment we can't declare war. Just to show you, we can't declare war at the moment because we don't have a valid claim. And the idea is to take this county, usurp the petty kingdom, and then hopefully vassalize this guy here. And another problem we got now is as well is that our Duke Earl of Desmond is actually infirm. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the council a little bit, because I don't think he's got long to go. So we're going to come in here, and what's it, steward. We're going to put this guy back in again. This is our Earl of Ormond. Get him into here. We got a mayor here. I'm not sure if we can improve our. We got this guy here is a knight. We got a hook on him at the moment, and he's actually pretty good with his martial as well. Let's have a look at this guy, but he's actually doing stuff there. I wouldn't mind finding this guy a wife as well. But here, the city of Olives. I think I've got, just clear the defaults away. What we got here. How old is she? She's 31. He's 32. I think if we could get her married, well, I mean, she's got reasonable traits. She's got lots and lots of claims. Not that I'm particularly interested in that. What I'm really interested in is possibly. Well, we'll see what we can do. We'll bring her in, get him married. I think what we can do now is just let the game start rolling forward. We got a couple of issues. I'm glad that marriage proposal, powerful expert council. Yeah, but this guy is dying. What's his heir like? Well, I suppose we could give him a diplomacy. He's a little bit better than what we got. The other thing I'm also thinking about is if we come to here, we got our niece here. I wouldn't mind arranging some kind of. What I would want is a bigger alliance, just to protect, give me some protection. So we'll go for an alliance. We'll sort by age, because she is. How old is she? She's 8. So if we can find someone with We got here the Duchy of Jutland, County of Augsburg, County of Berry. I don't think Berry is in this area, is it? Oh, we got for free. Okay, what's your... You're a vassal of the petty kingdom of Connaught at the moment. That may not be so good because we're gonna thinking about taking him anyway. I want someone who's relatively close. Well, that won't bring us an alliance, though, I don't think. I'd like to really kind of move up the chain a little bit. The Duchy of Holland, he's 26. What's happened here? I don't want relevance when I get back to age again. Sometimes it just takes a little while. He has claims on that area there. Okay, I think maybe... No, we'll lose her, won't we? If we marry her to him. I think we're just going to leave it. We're just going to let the game keep running. Hopefully this war will get settled. We've got low control here. Who are you? Oh, there's Sea Raiders. Okay. We're going to raise all our armies. Now, we're not going to go in here, but if he decides to come this direction, we're going to defend. Actually, maybe we can just protect these territory a little bit and just go and beat up on these Sea Raiders. Okay, we're not actually at war with him. So he's raided this one, but he's not raiding us. Maybe because we're too powerful now. So I was hoping to try and get a little bit of money from them by catching him as a raider. Because I have noticed that this guy comes in and keeps weakening down this guy, which in some ways does us a favour because it's keeping him weak. We've got here available dynasty legacy. And I'll be completely upfront. I've got very little idea about the pros and cons of this. It says you're a dynasty head and can spend renown to unlock legacies. Dynamic legacies are unlockable boons to provide powerful effects for all members of your dynasty. So as far as I know, these accumulate over the generations. What we got here? Marriage acceptance. Not particularly worried about blood. And that would be quite nice if we're going forward. But I think in the short term, I think I'd like... Is there any way we can make cash? Language to scholars. That could be quite useful. Creation costs. Faithful magistrates. So this is the route to make money. But I think at the moment we're a military thing. So we're going to spend some renown to become this here. Unlocks the House of Warriors. So go away there. He comes this way. I'm gonna bomb him. I think he's going after that settlement there. So he's keeping this guy. Not him. Him. What's he got here? Raided by... Oh, he's allied. Oh, he's only allied to this guy. And he doesn't have much in the way of... He's actually a child, so he's got very little forces as well. So there's part of me that says I'd like to increase the size of the army, actually. I don't think he's making very much money from this area anyway, so... the other thing I would like to do is keep an eye out for factions. Has the Archduke down here died yet? He's still infirm. Health, severe penalty, dread loss. Right, it says slippery slope. Pa, shouts Magnus directly into my ears. My eyes open reluctantly at one at a time. Why I wake up. I suppose the small child next to me is possibly vibrating with excitement, clutching mittens and expansive wooden platter. It's snowing outside. I want to go sledding. We could lose some stress, but I don't think we've got a problem with stress at the moment. So I think I'd rather have Magnus more happy with me. This is Magnus here. He's the scaly one. And of course, the problem is we've only got 2 heirs. But in fact, let's just have a quick look at the succession. That was the succession now. So we'd lose. I mean, what I'd really would like to do is protect that NS. But I suppose we can sort the succession out once we become king. So we've got a new uh, bishop. He's still fabricating the claim. So he's got 3 bishoprics. So as your realm builds, it becomes even more important to make sure this guy stays on side, because you've got to remember if he doesn't like you, he doesn't give you money. So we're nearly there. We've got 2 more years before we get control. Disrupt schemes, collecting money, domestic affairs, direct vassal opinion. I just want to keep everybody happy at the moment. In fact, let's have a quick look at my vassals. Everybody's on board at the moment. So we've got powerful vassals. So we've got another raider knocking around just up in the background there. Got 360 gold. So we're kind of nearly ready to go. Lose 78. And what we're going to do is come in here and we're going to declare war. And we can't get the earldom, which is a bit of a pain in the neck, but declare that. Raise all armies. He was quick out in the mark, but I don't think it's going to do him any good. Yeah, I mean, he's only got light footmen, so he's not really in the position to still keep clicking on the character there. Valuable perks. I think we've already got that, haven't we? So working down this way. Dread gain, revolts, advantages. We could get another 4 knights. I think we're going to work towards gallants. We can actually get a little bit more scheme if we want to. And what we got here, you can ally with Prince. Select a war the Prince Valentu. No, I think we're. It's going to join Godwin claim lordship of Dwethid. I'm not exactly sure. Okay, let me just have a look. This guy's still there. It says we can ally. Is this Bishop of Gwynedd? I don't think we need to call him in. I think we're going to be okay. Just going to beat him there. 50% at the moment. Have we taken any prisoners? What we got here? Can you wait a minute, please, game? This guy's been in prison for 10 years. What is he? He's not really anything good. I think we'll just get rid of him. How about this guy? You're not particularly any good either. Oh, he won't accept gold. Will not accept. Okay. I think we need to get rid of this guy. Let me see. We move to dungeon. Maybe he'll die in the process. Okay, roughhousing. Oh, whoa. The play date between my son Magnus and Earl Ragnvald's daughter Alvin has come to an abrupt as they're rendered lifeless. I was rendered lifeless in a horrid accident. Oh, wow. I swear the father... No one can escape the consequences, I promise. I think we're with that. I've got a little bit of a sneaky possibility that we may actually... On this guy, yep, that's the... Petty Queen is not swayed. Is there anybody else in the court that we need to sway? What's your opinion? Actually, let's go this way. Vassals. He's happy. Anybody in the court that is unhappy with me? Who are you? You're just a courtier. I think we can. I don't think we need to sway anyone just yet. Anything else we can do personal? Nope. Find a spouse for somebody. No, just keep going. How's the siege going? It's going to speed up a little bit so that we can kind of move things forward a little bit. Losing a little bit of money, but that's okay. Just watch this run round and see how things go. 40 odd days. We've got is this right? So now 100%. Just want to see whether we got any. Oops, wrong one. Court. Right, we got some prisoners. We'll ransom him for money. Let the game blow up a bit. Right, we got this guy here. How much we can ransom you? We'll ransom you for 50. Oops. Ransom you for 25. Oops, keep pressing the wrong button. We'll just let them go through. Outliving a child. My son Magnus has died. He's not had so many hopes for my sweet child. All things are possible to learn, experience to do. There were so many possibilities. Wow, we've lost a gain 40 stress. Okay, we're going to need to work on reducing the stress. We're going to enforce demands. So be it. Wow. We're going to need to get my stress down, or else we could be in trouble here. And we are now got control of here. We're click on the army. I always get confused with a tag out there, and we're disband the army. Now the next nasty thing we got to do is we got to go to this guy. You are the petty kingdom of Connaught. 250. We're going to usurp the crown. We've now got the petty kingdom of Munster and the petty kingdom of Connaught, and so we've got that now. And what we should be able to do now is come to this guy. Where did you come from? Neighboring. Oh, you should be able to offer him. He will not accept. Why won't you accept? Okay. Well, what we could do is come here. Try. We could go straight to war and just take it from him. But we've got a truce, so I think in some ways I'd like to try and win him over a little bit. So maybe if we kind of just try a little bit of a sway on him, it's 59%. We'll see if we can win him over to our cause. And of course, what we need to do now is form the kingdom of Ireland, and not yet created. We've got 8 de jure counties. You do not have 425 gold. So what we're going to have to do now is just kind of play the long game. Very sad about the fact we lost Magnus. What actually did he die? Can we tell? Is there any way we can tell what he died of? I mean, he was such a good. Well, he wasn't brilliant, but I think I really need to get this stress down as well. Is there any way we can reduce the stress? My prisoners died of the dungeons. So, whoops. We got one prisoner here. Who are you? You're of no significance whatsoever. Now, I don't really want to go to war at the moment. What I want to do is, in fact, what I will do is move this. I'm going to move this up. Okay, this guy is just lost, but that was my 2 allies fighting each other. Move this up here. How can I move the rally point up to him out here? Because I don't. Okay, we had a hook on somebody. He's wandering. I think wandering means that they're just kind of wandering around the thing here. You lose. What was it? Sway infiltrators. I think I'd like that because I know it's going to cost me a bit of money, but is he now in a position that he will I'm my vassal. Okay. Maybe that was wasted money. So he's finished. Let me just pause again. Get to the council. What we need to do, I think we're now gonna just increase that. I mean, it's gonna take a little while to get a few things done. Who are you? Your grandson. Right, we need an alliance. I think this clear all the results from here. Grandson. Now, there's a possibility the grandson will be someone there. Duchy of Apula. Quite a long way away. Which, I don't know. What are you? You're temperate, diligent, arrogant. What are you? You're diligent, temperate. That'd be a brilliant match. And she's got reasonable stats. Yep, I think we will marry her to him. Lawfully imprison. Who are you? What has he done? Earl Grant has unlawfully executed family, allowing him to imprison there, but don't really want to imprison him because he is getting run again. He is doing a pretty good job on my council. Okay, excellent. We've got a couple of powerful. What have you got here? You've got learning 12. You're not much good. And we got this guy here. He's actually. He's still hanging in there. 58 years of age. Well, insight. I understand you're interested in deepening your grasp of warfare. Murdoch's there. I want to learn. Simply. Okay, we're going to go with that. Who are you? Got a courtier here. He's a gambler. Fornicator. I think we're trying to imprison her because if not, we'll just get her to leave the court. What we got here, marital recriminations. I'm surprised to find my wife skulking in my study by the look of her face, upsetting Gwen. Yeah, it takes me a while. He will be gone. The best that has gravely insulted me. Cannot bear it. Possible intrigue. I'll learn the. Who is this? Who are you? You're actually. You're an unlanded knight in my court. I think I'm gonna take the opinion of my wife. So just let that run. Just go there. Got another marriage. Is there anything I can do that would have reduced stress? I'm probably in the wrong tree here. Household guard. We can increase the number of knights. Marriage acceptance there. Marriage acceptance for your close family. Opinion of spouse. Hard rules. Dread game progresses. Bolts there. Faction military price threshold for. I think maybe we'll go that way. Again, as I said at the beginning of the video, it's learning all the advantages and disadvantages of these traits. And I know some of you will say that, oh, well, just watch other players. But the problem I find with watching a lot of other YouTube players, that they go in, they make decisions, but they don't explain why they're making that decision. And I know you can watch videos that go through all the perks, but quite often what you do is you just get completely overwhelmed by the detail, which can be a real pain in the neck. Renegade. Rocker has managed to avoid capture and fled the country. Yes, well, that's okay. We just need to kind of just keep playing at the moment and see if we can go. It'd be quite nice to get this guy on side. If come on, you could be a. No, he won't accept. Well, I mean, do we have we actually have a truce with him, don't we? And we're allied, still allied to him. I'm not sure what else we can do at the moment, because what we really need to do now is just bide our time. But I'd like to get rid of that stress. But Buying all a hunt or hold a feast. It's going to cost me 100 gold, which is going to be the cheaper of the two. Go on a hunt. Okay, we're going to have to spend some money because I want to get that stress down. So we'll go on a hunt. We may be able to get some money from something else. Gains 25 opinion. Okay, hunt, felling a beast. You would think that a creature from myth, perhaps a god. You would think that it is a creature from myth, perhaps a god disguised as an animal. It would be the largest hart I've ever seen. But even after the beast was wounded, this chase itself lasted half the day. Okay, what we got for hunting trophy? Well, we'll get a prestige boost. I was hoping for some cash, please, game. Right, so this guy's getting a little bit happier now. Gain 150 prestige. Gaining the wrong thing, but oh, come on. He's kind of getting there. We just need to build up the cash. And hopefully, I mean, I could go to war, but the trouble is war's expensive. So we're just going to have to keep playing the best we can at the moment, guys. 11 months left before that improves. So there's any way we can... Let's see if we can get... No, we don't get anyone better there. Certainly wouldn't mind a better Chancellor. Not Chancellor, sorry. This guy here, your Councillor... Who's going to war now? Okay, we're just going to accept, just to keep our ally on side. He just can't seem to keep out of wars. What does this do? Draft direct vassal increases diplomacy skill 4.5. What have you got here? Aspiring blade master. I'm not sure, to be honest. I think we're going to stick with the status quo at the moment. What on earth is this guy up to? What's he in a war for now? War for claim on the principality. But he's actually defending at the moment. Got the Earl of Dunholm here. Might have an opportunity here. If he sends his army over there, we might be able to get in with a little bit of loot here. Move the running point to here. We raise our armies. I'm hoping that we might be able to lay siege here and get some money. Because he sent an army over there. I know it's a bit mercenary, but it's show me ins and outs, prepare. Partial challenge. Okay, we just get rid of that. I don't want stress. We're going to keep fighting. Perhaps there's a few more things you can learn, El Marshad. We'll try his hand once more. Okay, show me how it gains. This is where I end up getting wounded or something like that. I mean, we're losing money, but if we can get some battle loot from attacking this guy. It says we got potential for 30 loot, but you don't get all that as far as I know. Got 5 months left. Call to war. God, who's at war now? Liberty War. Okay. It's all kicking off over there, but again, I don't really want to get too involved in it. Just let's go a little bit faster because not much is going on at the moment. Your wife is complaining once again about somebody caught disrespecting her. This time it seems like Wolfrig as who's Wolfrig? She's your sister-in-law. It's been there. Okay, don't worry, I'll deal with Wolfrig. Ah, we've lost the court position. Okay, essential proposal. Pretty Queen comes my lover. Distraction will be tonight. mean, my beloved wife has returned to the chambers. I share my petty queen. Queen of unexpected precious sight. Our bed has been decorated with roses. That might reduce some stress. Now, we've got no court physician, so we're going to need to find someone with appoint our bishop for the moment. Probably a bad decision, but 1 days go. Come on, we want some loot, mate. Lots and lots of nice loot. Gain the trait pregnant, so we may get another heir. Got here, well in sight, prepare the ranks, possible martial challenge. Oh, what's this? We've got to try to get the stress down. We've gained the trait border. I've learned so much. We can't siege that. Let's just get down here. Actually, we keep. What's happened? The feather has increased by 10. Right, we've got a son. We'll call him Shin. This is one of the problems when you play at high speed. Things can get a little bit out of control. I think this guy's taken up a defensive position, but I think we should still be able to beat him a little bit. Wow. We captured someone. Ports, prisoners. I'm after money, please. Yeah, well, we'll ransom you. Whoops. I'm going to keep following this guy. Right, just pause and let me look at this. This guy's not worth the effort. What's this guy? He's got 13 intrigue. He's Catholic Norse. What we could do is negotiate a release. Get a hook on him. And I want to pin him because I might be able to get him into the court. This guy's trash anyway, so. Gained a favour hook from. Okay. What I'd like to do is invite you to court. We're going to bring you to court. And then. After this guy again, this guy's retreated, so if we can get down here and you can lawfully imprison. Yeah, well, not interested in that. Is my court? Yeah, my court is good. Create the Kingdom of Ireland. Don't have 425. What we'll do is pick you up, come down here. Just want to look at my council now. So I want a quick look at. We've got guy here. He's only 13 still. I kind of still would like to try and improve this. I think I will assign this guy in. I know he's not a powerful vassal. Okay, so be it. Unlock a new perk and lifestyle. Okay, marital recriminations. I mean, this. My wife is absolutely crazy. So who are we now accusing? This guy has got 13 intrigue. He's not my... Is he driving? I can't afford the stress. That's the problem. Is he's driving away all my... Okay, we got another perk here. He's crazy. False opinion, mercenary hire. I think we're going with that. Just go for this one here and see if we can... I'm actually losing knights. I've still got 7 out of 7 knights. Okay. And again, we've got... Okay, we just keep playing. I think this guy is losing. Actually, can we... You ready to accept? No. He's been ultra resilient. I don't know if we still got a truce with him. Have we? I'm not sure we've got a truce with this guy now. Let me just see. Uses a cost to declare war on Earth. Okay. Donation of good faith. I promise this gold pays 50. So who are you? Wow, the bishop's going to give us some money. Could be greedy. But I want to keep the church on side because he doesn't like me that much. So if I go for this and I gain stress as well. So gain some cash. And I think what we'll do is we'll just move our army back over to here. And we'll just disband the army now. So just disband all. So we've kind of done our bit here. You are known for your dedication to your faith. We got 259, which is still nowhere near enough. We got to get to 425. Part of me is a bit inclined. Can we declare war on this guy? Yes, we can. Right. I've had enough of him. I think we might get a little bit out of this because we've contributed to the war, I think. So be it. We got 266 gold, so we're just working towards this bit here. And I think we're just move up the rally point again. Give you up to there. How strong is this guy? Oh, he's got nothing. Right, you would not accept vassal. I'm going to give you one more go. What's going on now? Who's he fighting now? Petty King and them. Except because I want to keep him on side. I mean, he's a pretty thing. Sorry, so you've got one more chance to accept vassalage. No, you haven't. Okay. What we're going to do is, whoops, sorry about this. We're going to come in here. Okay, we'll break the truce. So we still got a truce with this guy. We're just gonna have to do it the hard way. Don't worry about this. We got 50 out of 300. Next level at 100. I don't really want to keep spending money to reduce the stress. And I think what we're going to do is I'm starting to run out of time on this video, and obviously we're going to have to grind out the money. So what we're going to do is just going to have one more look round and see what the state of play is. Our succession will lose. We've got our new son here. He doesn't actually want Innes. So what we could do is once we become King of Ireland, we can give him the actual petty kingdom, which he's going to get by inheritance anyway. But more importantly now, we don't lose Innis. We shouldn't do, was it? Yeah, so our son and heir will get Innis, and so that's a pretty good spread for a Confederate process. So the session vassals, got this mayor here. I think what you're going, oh, sorry about this, we're going to sway you. Yeah, it's okay. So we can get her on board. We've got this guy here. What have you got? You've got your rubbish. You've got, hang on. Council. Your mayor, Awen, where did you come from? Let's look at this. Mayor Awen of Sligo. Why can't I? You want a seat on the council? Oh no, you're a steward, aren't you? Sorry, looking at the wrong stat. She's off again. Who she's going to banish now? My chancellor. Can I replace you? Woman, you are... Sorry, you can't... You cannot get rid of my chancellor. Whether you like it or not. Wow, this is going up. What's going on here now? Alan can marry. This is my... Who are you? This is my granddaughter. All right, we're going to look for something that's going to give me a bit of a... I don't want her to go off somewhere else, so... Fertile... We're going to see if we can get another alliance. This is with the city. We got this guy's 48, but he's only 16. I mean, I'd like to keep her because she's got 11. Oh, she can't really serve, but let me just set the defaults back. Let's see. Look at some good stats. What we got here? Earldom of Athlone. Where is the Earldom of Athlone? Because these are all old men. I mean, I want somebody that's... We can't get anyone with any substantial, but I'd like... he's quick. Actually, what we could do, he's pretty old, and he doesn't... What we might be able to do is get that trait from him. Just make sure it's matrilineal, yes. We can vassalize Altert. Yes, I know I can vassalize him. Here, except at 23. But we'll give him low feudal obligations. Actually, I think we'll go with that, because that will give us a little bit more money without having to go to war. What we should do is unpause, and what Matt should do is he is now become my vassal, and hip alliance would, okay, graciously take your hand of your granddaughter in holy matrimony. Thank you. So we've now got my granddaughter, and probably she's not in my thing anymore, but I think she goes to his court anyway, doesn't she? Lawfully in prison. Okay, we got a faction against us now. What we got here to install on the your vassal and knight. If we found in prison, a rising rebellion of others, but you, who are you? You're the Earl of Bethry. We're going to imprison. We're not going to take a... Okay, we're in a war. Raise all armies. You raise the banner against me. I'm not going to put up with that. Like, you cannot traverse a body of water. So what we're going to do is quickly fight this war. Let's speed up a little bit so it's quite quickly. He's gone in that direction. Oh, wow, we've died. Okay. And took the place of the culture. Right, so we're now the new dynasty head. The problem we've got now is because we've died, we've now lost this province here. So, okay, we've got Houston. We have a problem because my half brother is now the Duke of Connaught, and we cannot declare war on him. So we've kind of had a little bit of a setback here. We need a new steward. You're going to be reappointed as the steward, and we got a lifestyle change now. Oh god, this guy's pretty icky. I think we're going to have to go for the marshal just for the short term. I just love this game sometimes. So we've now got this here. We've got our son here. So what we're going to have to do is disband the army. Don't you just love it? And so what we've got now is we've got my younger thing. So what we're gonna have to do is go all the way through the process now to get the duchy back again. We've got no allies either. We've got a pressed claim on that. So let me just see. We're going to press the claim immediately on here, and we're going to raise the armies again. Oh, this is fun. Warring brothers. So we're just going to get in here. Let's speed up a bit quicker. Now he's going to probably come down and try and... He's actually attacking my... How long is this siege going to last? 9 months. This siege is going to last 4 months. So we should be able to take this and then come down. Right, what we got here? Trait, military engineer, stress, reckless. Take that. So we've now got 59% war score. Click here. Going to bring you down here. Relieve the siege here, because we don't want him actually. Right, we've got 90% now that way. I'm gonna just follow you back that way. Do we have any prisoners? 2 prisoners here. They're just left over from the past. Petty Queen Megdis has become pregnant. What we can do is go over here. See if we can siege this. I can never remember what we can and can't siege. This is going to go for 5 months. Okay, sudden shock. I've ridden today game and struck many times. I thought that calm down, you become an experienced rider. Yes. Unglamorous display. I was thrown hard packed ground. Damn it. Gain wounded. Oh, gold. Don't do it to me, game. Don't do it to me, game. Right, guys, what I'm going to do is just try and finish this war off, and then that's definitely got to be the end of the video. Because this is getting complicated. Lessons from the past. Study old battle. Martial +1. Yeah, we'll learn that from the tome. Of course, demands victory, blessings, my brother. You get the petty kingdom of Connaught. You gain 100 favour, and he is now my vassal. Can't get name after Lope. Just dissolve the armies. Check the titles. We've now got the petty kingdom of Connaught. We've got the earldom of Thurmond, and we just check the succession. So son here is unlanded, but he's quick. So what we probably do once we make king, you lose 10 stress. Okay, let's just pause. I've got an empty council position. We've lost our steward. And we got the Earl of Ormond here. I'm not actually sure why you... it looks like his father has now died. So we got a new Earl of Ormond. The old gang is still together. And just very quickly... what happened to the title of Ireland? Let me just check this. We need 425 gold to be able to form the Kingdom of Ireland. So we're back. So we've gone in a full circle now, and our brother is unlanded. But this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you found it interesting. And until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.